Watch as a forgotten World War II legend, the silver Supermarine Spitfire, Make 9, 1943, rises from decades of rust and neglect to gleam like it just rolled off the factory floor. Every rivet, every panel, restored with painstaking precision in mesmerizing ASMR detail. It's short, emotional, and emphasizes nostalgia, rarity, and tactile ASMR satisfaction, which hooks aviation and restoration fans instantly. The video opens with a haunting shot of a silver Supermarine Spitfire, Inc. 9, 1943, abandoned in a forgotten aircraft graveyard, its aluminum skin dulled by decades of rain, the RAF roundels peeling and faded. Grass and weeds creep through the landing gear, swaying gently in the breeze, and the cracked canopy lets in soft, diffused light, illuminating a cockpit frozen in time. Every rivet and panel tells a story of a fighter that once soared through the skies of World War II, now waiting to be reborn. The camera slowly pans across the wings and fuselage, lingering on every dent and scar, emphasizing the scale of restoration that lies ahead. The process begins with a meticulous cleaning of the exterior. Low-pressure water washes away the mud and grime that clings stubbornly to the aluminum skin, and technicians work slowly with soft bristle brushes to lift decades of oxidation and dirt from every seam. Thick foam clings to the wings and fuselage, dripping in slow, satisfying streams as each panel is scrubbed and rinsed, revealing hints of the iconic silver beneath. Microfiber cloths glide over the cockpit glass, erasing the fog of time and allowing sunlight to glint through once again. As the tail section is cleaned and serial numbers re-emerge from obscurity, viewers are invited to feel the quiet satisfaction of tactile restoration. If you're enjoying the soothing process, don't forget to subscribe and share this journey, letting others witness the resurrection of a legendary fighter. The interior dismantling begins with the canopy lifted carefully, hinges creaking softly under the technician's touch. The pilot seat is unbolted and removed, revealing a cockpit stripped bare yet full of history. Dust drifts slowly from the instrument panel as it is lifted out, exposing the frozen needles of gauges and switches that once monitored life-or-death flights. Control cables and wiring looms are gently detached and laid aside, their cloth insulation frayed but intact, whispering of decades past. Floor panels are removed to expose the fuselage framework, each rib and bracket inspected for corrosion. Every rivet, every bolt is checked and documented, emphasizing the precision and patience needed to return this silver Supermarine Spitfire Make 9, 1943 to perfection. Rust removal and surface restoration form the next stage of this intricate process. Flakes of corrosion are brushed from the aluminum ribs, sanding performed in long, methodical strokes that gradually reveal the gleaming bare metal beneath. Compressed air clears dust from internal cavities, while rust-neutralizing solutions are applied delicately with fine brushes. Old rivets are removed and replaced with precision, each metallic click resonating softly in the otherwise silent hangar. Macro shots capture the tiny details, the texture of aluminum being restored, the subtle sheen returning to each surface, as the aircraft slowly sheds its decades of neglect. The meticulous nature of this work makes every moment mesmerizing, holding viewers in a calm, almost hypnotic state as the fighter begins to regain its former glory. Attention then turns to the heart of the aircraft. The Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, the powerhouse that once propelled this silver Supermarine Spitfire, Make 9, 1943, through the skies. Oil-stained cylinders are cleaned with lint-free cloths, pistons removed and lined up symmetrically on padded benches, and valves scrubbed carefully with brass brushes to lift carbon deposits. The crankshaft is polished to a reflective shine, bearings lubricated with precision, and each component reassembled with deliberate care. Hand rotation tests confirm smooth operation, every movement silent yet profoundly satisfying. While witnessing this transformation, viewers are again encouraged to subscribe and share, bringing friends along for the ASMR-rich journey of restoring one of history's most iconic fighters. The landing gear and control surfaces are next. Wheels are removed and cleaned, brake assemblies detailed, and landing struts polished to a satin finish. Ailerons are detached, hinges cleaned, and control cables tensioned precisely. Body panels are aligned, small dents massaged out with mallets, and the entire fuselage hand-sanded to remove imperfections. Dust settles gently on the floor as microfibers wipe the bare aluminum surface, leaving a clean, reflective shell ready for the next stage. This slow, methodical process highlights the tactile pleasure of aviation restoration, where every touch and movement is deliberate and calming, building anticipation for the transformation to come. Priming begins with gray aviation primer carefully mixed and applied in thin, controlled passes. Detached wings are primed separately, edges crisp, and surfaces allowed to cure evenly under warm hangar lights. Once the primer has set, the painting stage starts with silver aviation paint sprayed in slow, overlapping strokes to build a uniform metallic sheen. RAF roundels are masked with precision and then sprayed, their colors sharp and vibrant against the restored fuselage. A clear coat is applied over the entire aircraft, producing a mirror-like finish that reflects the soft lighting of the hangar. Every motion is deliberate and tactile. The hiss of the spray, the slow glide of brushes, and the gentle glow of freshly applied paint are amplified for ASMR impact. Wet sanding follows to perfect the painted surfaces, smoothing any minor imperfections before the polishing process begins. Polishing compounds are spread in slow circular motions, gradually revealing the deep, reflective silver that had been hidden under decades of neglect. The rivet lines gleam, wings and fuselage catching the light at every angle, creating a hypnotic visual effect. Simultaneously, cockpit instruments are recalibrated, wiring routed neatly, and the pilot seat reinstalled. Canopy glass is polished to a flawless shine, wings bolted back into place, and control surfaces synchronized. Every bolt tightened, every panel aligned, contributes to a final product that feels more alive than the sum of its parts. As the restoration nears completion, the camera captures the final detailing. The exhaust stacks polished to subtle heat patina, propeller blades balanced and glossy, and landing gear cycled smoothly to confirm functionality. The hangar fills with soft, natural reflections on the newly restored silver Supermarine Spitfire MiG-9, 1943, the once neglected aircraft now gleaming with factory-new perfection. Wide shots, slow pans, and macro close-ups highlight every corner of the fighter, from cockpit instruments to the sweeping curve of the wings. Each visual detail is designed to maximize ASMR satisfaction, creating a meditative, immersive experience for the viewer. The final showcase is cinematic and deliberate. The hangar doors are opened, sunlight flooding the polished fuselage, accentuating the silver metallic finish. Slow 360-degree pans reveal the full aircraft in all its glory, highlighting the restored Merlin engine, precise rivet work, and gleaming control surfaces. Macro shots of the cockpit show calibrated instruments, the polished pilot seat, and perfectly aligned controls. Reflections of light ripple across the fuselage and wings, creating an almost hypnotic effect that holds the viewer's attention. Every detail is a testament to the skill, patience, and dedication of the restoration team, led by engineer Alexander Kartveli, whose expertise ensures authenticity and historical fidelity. As the camera pulls back, the silver Supermarine Spitfire Mk9 1943 rests gracefully in the hangar, a living symbol of aviation history reborn. Its transformation from abandoned wreck to fully restored mirror-finish fighter embodies both nostalgia and craftsmanship. The video closes with a gentle reminder to subscribe for more ASMR restoration journeys, emphasizing the calm, methodical, and tactile process that makes aviation restoration so satisfying. For those eager to continue the experience, the next video will explore another rare and historically significant aircraft, revealing secrets of design, engineering, and meticulous ASMR restoration techniques. Watch as a forgotten World War II legend, the silver Supermarine Spitfire, MiG-9 1943, rises from decades of rust and neglect to gleam like it just rolled off the factory floor. Every rivet, every panel, restored with painstaking precision in mesmerizing ASMR detail. It's short, emotional, and emphasizes nostalgia, rarity, and tactile ASMR satisfaction, which hooks aviation and restoration fans instantly.